Hi everyone, Debbie here. I have been making some flowers. I recorded myself the process I used making my paper roses and then my twisted fluffy flowers. And a friend of mine asked me to video how I make my cold porcelain flowers. So this is for you, Maria. These are the cold porcelain flowers, and it's just like clay, except it's not clay. It is made from cornstarch, white glue, some baby oil, lemon juice or vinegar, either one depending on what you like. I use lemon juice to help keep it from molding, and you use lotion or some cold cream to keep it moist. I will link to the video I watched when I first started doing this. I will link that below along with the recipe, so, and the directions on how to mix it. And you do mix it in the microwave, so it is hot. And I got thrown off there. So it's very hot. You need to be careful when you're doing it. And if you're doing it with a small child, definitely keep an eye. Don't let them touch it while it's hot. But this is what it turns out. It's just real soft dough. And I made this a year ago for National Scrapbooking Day in 2013. And it is still in great condition. The more I play with it, it's getting dry. But when you're playing with it and you're conditioning it and it feels a little dry, I use Pond's cold cream or just lotion, whatever I have on hand. I just take a little bit on my fingers and work it in, and it moistens it, keeps it, helps condition it, and that's how I do that. And then I keep what I'm not using in a container, in an airtight container, and it is wrapped inside of plastic wrap. And this is a year old. I put the cold cream on the plastic wrap, put the cold porcelain mixture on top of that, wrap it up tight, twist my ends tight to get any excess air out, and then place it inside my container and store it. Now, when you first make it, you do need to store it in the refrigerator overnight, just for 24 hours, just to help condition it, help it stay together. But I have made quite a bit, and you don't have to keep it just white. If you want different colors, you can change the colors up by adding just a little bit of acrylic paint. I have some green there, and then some different reds and pinks, and more reds and things like that. And you just add a little dab at a time of your acrylic paint to it, and just knead it to mix it up real well. I've also found that if you just knead it a little bit to get the paint mixture in there, but leave it with some streaks, it gives you the marbling effect. It looks real pretty. But it's super easy to do. If you can make a small ball, about a pea-sized ball, like that, and you take it and you squish it between, don't let it jump away from you, squeeze it between your thumb and your finger to flatten it out like so. Then this first one, you roll it over to form the bud, and then take another pea-sized ball, squish it to flatten it, and it jumps out of your hands just like that. And you're going to start building your flower one petal at a time, and it just depends on how big you want your flower, on how many petals you put on it. It's all a personal preference, what looks good to you, what you need for your project. I find I like the smaller ones better. And you just keep making the ball, squishing it flat, and rolling it around. And it starts to form your flower, like so. So that would be more of a bud. If I wanted to keep it a bud, what I do is, you can just pinch it here, but I take a pair of scissors and I just cut it so that I have a flat surface to sit on my project, card, whatever I'm making, whatever I want it for. And that's all there is to it. All you have to do is make a small ball. It's too much. Just a small, tiny, tiny little pea-sized ball. Flatten it between your fingers. It doesn't take much for this to dry out, so whatever you're not using, you need to cover. Usually I have a plastic bag to put in what I'm not using. And make sure you put lotion or cream on the cold cream inside to keep it moist. But you just make the ball and squish it flat and then roll it. Just like that. Again, small ball, squish it flat, like so, and start applying it around the bud of your flower. And you can add as many or as little as you like. I'd say the least amount I would add would be 3, but it depends on how big you want it, on how many more I would add after that. You always try to offset your petals a little bit, overlapping one side a little. And again, start over here, place that on, and just roll it around. Something like that. And then one more. I'll do one more. And this one. And then just put it on and roll it around. And it makes the cutest little flowers. And the nice part is there is no baking to dry them. All you have to do is let them sit out, and they will air dry, which I like, because anything that I don't have to turn the stove on for is great, especially in the summertime when we've been in the triple digits. And then again, I just take my scissors and I snip off the bottom, and there I put it on this so you can see it better. I'll kind of tweak that one just a little bit. It gives you an idea. You can make them as small or as big as you like. That's pretty much it. That's how I make them. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful. Please leave me a comment. If there's any questions, please ask. I will do my best to answer. And look for the recipe and directions and the link below. And I will see you next time. Bye.